Hi, this is Rick from Webster Talk Radio. I'm going to talk about a house my mother lived in years back. It was like weird shit that happened there. Like, there was an old lady who used to park out in front of the place all the time and just stare at the house. One day she actually came to the door and my mother answered, and she asked if she could have a tour of the house for whatever reason, and my mother didn't let her in. But I've always wondered, did she live there before? Was there memories there? I don't know, but it was strange. Back then, I used to like to drink. So, like on a Sunday, I would spend the day on the couch nursing a hangover like you wouldn't fucking believe. And we had a dog called Spunky, the Siberian Husky, beautiful dog. And he would come into the parlor where I was laying. We actually had two parlors. We had a sitting room, so to speak, and then the actual parlor. So I'd be laying in the parlor watching TV, nursing a hangover. And Spunky would come in and he'd want to go out. So I'd be, what the fuck? So I'd get up and I'd let him out. About an hour later, he'd come walking into the parlor. Now I'm like, how is that? Am I losing my mind? Did I let him in? And I know I didn't. This happened many times. How did this dog get back in the house? And later on, we were at a family function, and I talked to other people about it, and they said the same thing, that this dog would somehow get into the house. There was another time where my stepfather was gone somewhere, and my mother and family members were sitting at the kitchen table, which was directly under the bathroom. Now, they heard the front door open. They heard somebody going up the stairs and going into the bathroom. So my mother said, well, Mike's home. He must have had to go to the bathroom first. And about 20 minutes later, the front door opened and my stepfather walked in. And my mother said, what's going on? We heard you come in and go upstairs and go to the bathroom. He said, no, I just got here. And now we're all creeped out. We searched the whole house. There was nothing there. Weird things happen there. Well, here's one that really stands out in my mind. My sister Pam used to always bring friends over there. She was like 6 years younger than me, and so there was always girls over the house like on a weekend. This one particular weekend, we were telling scary stories in the parlor, and we would, so we were really getting into it. And at the end, it was just me and this girl, Ann. So she's sitting in this recliner, been sitting there for hours, and I had to go to the bathroom, and she's like totally freaked. Like she didn't want to be left alone. And I'm like, oh, you're just creeped out with telling these scary stories. I'm like, there's nothing, really haunted about this place or anything, even though there was some creepy shit that happened. And as I'm saying this, in the corner of my eye, I see one of my mother's kitchen cabinet's doors open, but I mean ever so slowly, just open. Now I'm seeing this in the corner of my eye, and it's like, wow. At the same time this happened, the shade, we had window shades, the shade behind Ann went, it went up, it rolled around like a million times. It was fucking like as scary as could be. That shade was down for hours, and it happened at this one particular time. So that wasn't like, this is for real. This really fucking happened. This is weird. So I went into the kitchen and I tried everything to get this door, this cabinet door, to open on its own. If anything, it would close on its own. You could not get this door to open. And when it opened, it wasn't like it just sprung open. It was like it was being pulled open. Well, that was just a couple of things that happened. And this was in one night at the same time. Really fucking creepy. So this is Rick from Webster Talk Radio. And that was a creeped out situation back in my mother's house back in the day. Peace.